Hello guys, today we are going to learn how to create AP Invoice in Oracle Fusion. So let's start it. What is AP Invoice? An AP Invoice is a document created to record a business obligation to pay a vendor or a supplier for a goods or service received, that is called AP Invoice. An AP Invoice is an essential part of account payable process in financial management. Here we have some key details of AP Invoices. Here we have a invoice number, a unique identifier for the invoice. That will be invoice number. Invoice date, that means the date when the invoice was issued. That will be date name, invoice date. Supplier detail, name, address and contact information of the vendor. That will be supplier detail. Company detail, name, address and the buyer. That means company detail. Description of goods or service, details of what is being charged, what are you going to purchase. That will be the description of goods or service. Amount, the total payable amount including tax. That will be your amount. Payment term, due date and payment method. That means what method we are going to pay the amount, either it will be online, offline, cash, whatever it is. Eighth, purchase order reference. If we have a purchase order, then we have to take a reference to create AP invoices. Based on the purchase order, we will be create the AP invoices. Here we have a step by step that how to create AP invoice in Oracle Fusion. Here we have a first step, login Oracle Fusion. Then we have to navigate to the payable modules, and in payable modules we have a invoice section. Invoice section, when we will hit on invoice section, we will be able to see the create invoice. Then we will be hit on create button, create invoice button. Then we will be able to see the invoice dashboard. Here we have some mandatory field in invoice dashboard, that is a business unit. In invoice header we have some mandatory fields, that is a business unit, supplier name, invoice number, invoice date and invoice amount. That will be invoice header. And after that we have to fill some invoice lines. It will be provide details for the item service, including like what item you are purchasing, based on which item we are going to create the invoice. This will be item description, quantity of the item, unit prices of the item, tax details. And after that we have to go for validation of invoice. When we will fill header and lines, then we will go to in validation of invoices. So here we have a instruction, click action, validate to the check for any error. Suppose you will click on the validation, then we will be able to see is in this invoice whether it have any error or not. So let's move on next part. So here we have approve the invoices. Submit the invoice for approval based on your workflow setting. We have to submit our invoices based on our workflow settings. Accounting and payment. After approval, the invoice is posted to the general ledger for payment processing. So he will be make for payment process. So here we can able to see, here we have a dashboard of Oracle Fusion. Here we have a payable modules. In payable modules we can see able to see here create invoices. We have already highlighted here, it's a create invoices. When we will hit on create invoices, we will be able to see the invoice dashboard. So this is our invoice dashboard. This is our invoice dashboard, and all red color marked is in mandatory fields. This is a mandatory fields. Whether you will not fill, that means it will be generate error. So here we have a invoice header, invoice line, invoice taxes and total. So we have to fill the mandatory fields. So in this move we are able to see invoice lines and text. Here we have invoice lines and taxes. So in this line we have a two in this line we have taken two lines. Here is item 1, item 2. See, in amount we are able to see, here is a first item is 100 rupees and second item is 81.81 rupees. So in this detail we can able to see, here we have a tax section. In tax section we are able to see, here is the amount also. Here is the 18.90 rupees. So see here we have total section. In a total we can see here you have a 200 rupees. That means this invoices is amount of 200 rupees total. So now we will be moved to practical session. So thank you for watching this video. So let's move to practical. Here is our Fusion instance. So now in our Fusion instance we will go to the Payable module, and Payable module here we have a create invoice. We will hit on create invoice. So our invoice creation dashboard is already open. So this is a invoice header. This is invoice header. Here we have an invoice line. Here we have an invoice taxes. Here is a total. So we have to fill the mandatory fields. These all are the mandatory fields. So we are going to fill the mandatory fields. Here we have a business unit. So I'm going to put Australia business unit. See, and we are going to put a supplier. As per requirement we can choose our supplier. So we are going to choose lease supplier. See, our supplier site is already filled. When we will hit on lease supplier, so it's a invoice number. So we have to give unique invoice number. So whatever you want you can give so I'm going to give ABC 112. This is our invoice. So when now we are going to enter the amount. It's 200 EU dollar. So our invoice is type. It's a standard type. We have a 5 type of invoices: standard, prepayment, debit memo, credit memo, and returning release. So we are going to create a standard type. Here we have to write the description of the item. So we are going to write this is demo invoice. So now our invoice header part is filled. So now we will be go to line section. See, you are able to see the number here. Here is a type. So what items it is, either is it freight or miscellaneous or item. So we will be we will be select item. We will take 100 rupees of item. Then in second line we will be take 81.81 rupees. So we have entered the line, two lines. One line is 100 rupees, second line is 81.81 rupees. So we can able to see here all our invoice header details. You can able to see here also. Here distribution state, distribution combination, accounting date. Here we can see accounting date. Here is the description, what the description we have filled. This is demo invoices. Here ship to location, where we are going to ship the items, and here we have number. As per requirement we can fill all the fields. So now we will be click on the tax. So here, see, here we have a warning. This invoice has the same supplier invoice date, amount, and currency date. AUDI 0001. Verify the is it duplicate. That means I already have created the same invoices with this invoice number. So we are going to ignore this. So now our header part is already done, and the line part is already done. So now we will be go to validate section. First we will go to calculate taxes, then we will go to validate section. See, now we are able to see our amount is validated, tax is calculated. Here is 18.19 rupees our taxes for 200 rupees. So now we will go to validate. Sit, we have missed some points here. Here we have to fill distribution combination. So So we are going to enter distribution combination. So we will click on show more. When we will go to click on show more, then we have account section, accounting section. Here we have liability distribution. So we will copy the distribution and simply go to general, and we will be enter distribution combination both online. See, we already we filled which distribution combination all also here. Now we will be go to validate. See, here we are able to see needs revalidation. So let me check what is the issue we have. See, here we have a system hold. So for removing the system hold, we will be go to invoice action, and we will be click on manage hold. When we will be click on manage hold, we have to approve the amount manually. So when we will hit to approve amount, and we will save and close. See, now we are able to see the AP invoice is validated. That means our AP invoice is validated. So let me copy the AP invoice number, and now we will be save and close. That means our AP invoice is created. So let me check whether our AP invoice is created or not. In search bar, we can based through our AP invoice number, we can search. So I am going to search here. See, you are able to see here ABC 112. Here our AP invoice is created, and we can see here this is our AP invoices, and whatever details we have filled here, we can see here: invoice date, creation date, supplier name, supplier site, unpaid number, blah blah blah. Whatever we have filled, we can see here. Here we can also see the validated. So when we will click on ABC 112, so our AP invoice will be open, and we can see this is our AP invoice. This is our AP invoice. Here we can see our lines. Here our lines is here, two lines is here. One is 100 rupees, second is 81 rupees. This is our demo invoices. So this is our all process of AP invoices. Now we will save and close. That's the all process of creation of AP invoices. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much. Let's subscribe.